Okay, so everybody, welcome to the show. This week I have my friend Benedict. He's an old friend. Come on to the show. This guy does confidence coaching and he's also a bit of a master in the gym. So I've known him for a few years. I know he's got a good story. So I want to share Benny with you guys, his energy, and also see if Benedict can share some tips, wholesome practical tips for you fellas to live a better life day to day. So welcome to the show, Benny.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, awesome to be
How you
on,
doing,
mate.
mate?
You know
How you
what? Yeah, good. Yeah, just done a very long walk actually. From I think it was from Tower Bridge to Victoria. So yeah, trying to get those steps in.
Nice one, man. Nice one, man. So yeah, man, I think the main reason I wanted to bring on the show because my channel is around people living a more artistic life, so something out of the norm, out of the dark gray perception of reality where most people just do the 9 to 5, but living a bit more of a magical life. But I'm also a very practical man, so I realized that you need to combine logic, practicality, math, these kind of things with day to day imaginations and dreamings and going for your goals. So I know, I know a little bit about you, man, but tell me, man, how did we become friends again? And what really started your journey to
Yeah,
kind of like developing yourself a little bit more?
yeah. So I met Scott through through your brother Tom. So he's basically Tom is a good mate of mine as well, Scott's brother. I
Yes.
was in university at the time, and I was going to all these lectures and stuff like that, but then I wasn't really attending. For me, the mainstream education system was a bit like I didn't like the way they were doing exams, all this pressure. And our friend Johnny Berber, one of our best friends, rest in peace. I was helping him as an assistant coach
Yeah.
at the time
Yeah.
with the confidence coaching. Then that's what led me to meet Tom. And then Tom started teaching about affiliate marketing. Then I decided to drop out of uni at that time because I
Oh,
thought
so,
it's not.
so it was through Johnny, was it? Was it through Johnny's videos that you first kind of wanted to get into the confidence stuff?
Johnny inspired me, yeah, because I saw Johnny back in the day, like doing cold approach, like basically going up to girls, starting a conversation, because I used to be very shy.
Yes.
Um, and then I, went to Johnny's meetup event. Then I met Scott's brother, then became mates with Scott. So yeah, I went to uni and then realized that kind of that traditional path is not for me. I prefer learning like self-education in your own time. So I just don't
Yeah.
like all this. Yeah, there's all this pressure to go down the mainstream path, get a 9 to 5. You have to get a degree, you know, you need to follow this narrow path. For me, that doesn't work. So I think you have
Yes.
to think outside the box.
Yeah, yeah. And shout out Johnny Berber. If people don't know who Johnny unfortunately passed away, but he was a great mentor, wasn't he? He's very, very good at female interaction, social interaction. And yeah, he was a bit of a master. So if you don't know about Johnny, our friend, me and Benny's friend Johnny Berber or Jonathan O'Halloran online, check him out, man. Big shout out to Johnny.
Yeah, big shout out to Johnny. Johnny's a legend and inspired so many. Yeah, rest in peace, Johnny.
So what
And
did you get from that, mate? Sorry to interrupt, but I was just gonna ask about Johnny. When you first joined Johnny's program, what changed joining like a self-development program, something different outside the box? What did you notice that was giving you that the standard education wasn't?
Yeah, a lot of it was mindset. Like in school, in the mainstream education, they don't teach you any social skills. They don't teach you. Uh, in fact, my confidence was very low at that time before, I met Johnny and stuff. Obviously, I was looking on YouTube, um, but I built my confidence mainly through the gym. And then I started doing this personal development stuff, kind of getting into, you know, cold approach,
Yes.
as you put it, dating and stuff like that. Sorry, the
Also, was it
question,
was it Jim came first or the dating? What would you say?
I would say in my journey of personal development, the first thing that built my confidence was the gym because I used to be very skinny.
Yes.
Um, I was extremely skinny, insecure with my body, and I was getting into there was a lot of bullying and stuff in my school.
Okay.
People, my mate used to get bullied. There was fights every day, and then I started like basketball. Basically, became obsessed with that, and then I started getting transforming my physique. I started going from skinny, building my strength. I started like judo as well, martial arts, mainly
Oh,
for self-defense, a
nice.
bit for self-defense, and then I just fell in love with the gym, and yeah, then I noticed that increased my confidence, but I was also lacking in confidence in the social side as well. So it did boost my confidence when I started looking into personal development,
Mhm.
cold approach dating, and then I
Yeah.
met Johnny, and then
Let's
was
sorry,
looking
man. Sorry to
online.
interrupt, but let's get into that, man, because that takes balls. Like a lot of men who will watch my channel in the future will be, repulsed or scared or chicken to basically approach women on the street. Um, but what would you say? How did that change you, man? Because I've done that a few times, and you kind of feel like you're breaking the matrix. You really feel like the endorphin dumping's insane. And like your crown chakra starts opening, you get lots of ideas. But how was that experience for you, man? Well, how did you feel your confidence raised? And maybe tell the audience what some challenges you found through then dating, and how was that kind of advanced or progressed as you got a little bit older?
Yeah, so the yeah, in the beginning I was completely shaking. I couldn't. Yeah, it's hard to remember because now when you seem confident, you start to forget what it was like your first interaction, your first approach. But I remember like seeing these videos online. There was a lot of pranksters at the time, people doing pranks, social
Right.
experiments, going up, asking people in groups for directions. Like they were called Simple Pickup back in the day. They were a very funny channel. So I
Okay.
used to go out on the beach asking questions and stuff, opinions. So yeah, I was completely shaking. I
Are
couldn't
you
ask.
asking on the beach?
Yeah, I was on the beach in the summer with my friends, just trying to go up to
Oh, that's
groups,
awesome.
asking their opinion on stuff, or even going up, starting very small. Oh, do you have the time? Do you know where Starbucks is? I would start
Breaking
indirect.
up, yes.
I was so nervous. So yeah, in the beginning, it was a lot of anxiety, shaking. But then, yeah, like I basically found people in Brighton because I was living there, people you can go out with. I went to meetup events. I found my first wingman, if you want to call it that. So I started going out with lots of other guys because I feel like in the beginning it's very challenging to just go out there on your own and start approaching. Um, it's very daunting. So it's good to be around other guys who are also trying to improve their confidence, and
Yeah,
then you can
yeah.
slowly ease into it. Because yeah, most guys, as you said, it's quite terrifying the idea of just going out doing cold approach.
Yeah. Because I also think once you meet some hot women, right, and you've dated a few hot women, or you start to realize how much you were kind of giving your power away to stuff that didn't mean too much, when you kind of reflect back. It's more like it's more like the fire, isn't it? You can initiate and then you can start to apply that to other areas.
Another Yeah, in other areas of your life, like the gym was really the foundation of self-improvement. I mean, this is all to do with changing your current reality because a lot of people play victims. Like I can't, they complain I'm skinny or I'm fat, but they don't do anything about it, or they say, "Oh, my dating life sucks," but they're not even trying. So if you don't try, you're never going to know. So of course,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not, it's not, it's not easy. Like you have to go through a lot of pain, a lot of
yes.
suffering, consistency. Like you're going to go through many rejections if you do the cold approach. Same thing with the gym, but what it does is it changes your mindset, so you can use that same mindset in other areas
Yeah,
to learning skills, improving learning sales.
yeah.
So it's all the foundation is really the gym, but that led me on to other self-improvement stuff.
Yeah. Because I remember the first time going to the gym, man. It can be daunting if you've never been. Do you remember the first time you ever went to the gym, right? I thought it was just all for like the serious cool kids.
Oh yeah, yeah. The first time, yeah, it's daunting. But I remember I had two coaches. I feel like it's very important having guidance, especially if you're a beginner in the gym. Um,
Right.
so yeah, with this massive guy from Latvia, another Polish guy. So they were my
Yeah.
original mentors, getting me under like when I was 19, I was able to squat 100, no, sorry, at 74 kilos body weight, I did 170 kilo squat, 190 kilo deadlift, which is kind of
Oh, nice.
crazy to think about
And
that. At
that was
that
with your help, their help and the guidance.
yeah, with their guidance, like you don't want to be doing heavy weights unless you're getting
Yeah.
like correct form.
Yeah. And isn't it surprising? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely it's good to have mentors and guidance. Even if it's online, even if you can't afford someone, you can find someone online. But yeah, man, don't you think, isn't it surprising when you go to the gym, this is all for the fellas out there listening. When you do actually start going to the gym, you realize kind of everyone is just keeping to themselves. People don't really give a fuck. And most people are just friendly, right? It's not as daunting as you think. I think it's more the idea of you see all the equipment, you get overwhelmed and you think you're going to fall on the floor and just
Oh
make a
yeah,
mockery of yourself, right? But I fell on the floor and we're doing a squat, maybe done something similar. I just fell. And then I had a woman help me up, and then get back into the routine. So it's not a scary place, you know?
exactly. I mean, it can seem intimidating in the beginning, especially if you're like a female, because I've had female clients who feel very afraid, like, oh, because maybe it's very busy. You see all these
Right.
massive guys, jacked guys grunting, doing like all these curls, and
Yes.
yeah. So, but usually the biggest guys are the most friendly, to be honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it can be intimidating. So, um, because there is a lot of ego lifters in the gym. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think most people want to help you out, and as you said, they don't really care. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
They're
And what would you say is one thing in dating, because I know my meeting thing will leave in 40 minutes, so I've got to move it along. But in
okay.
terms of dating and the gym, going to the gym, what's one thing from each which people who are afraid to participate in that world don't know about? What's one thing that surprised you from both of those spheres about maybe how easy it was, or even how challenging it is, or something that surprised you on both sides?
As you say, one thing that surprised me with the gym.
Yeah, and would surprise most people. Like for me, for example, maybe I think like dating. Like dating, I think as long as you be yourself and just make someone laugh, I kind of realize that looks for most women, because we're men,
Yeah.
they're not that interested like men are to women. And as long as you're funny and you got good hygiene and all these things. But I found you can make a woman laugh, and I just enjoyed that. And I didn't realize how relaxed I could be in that process. I kind of got over caring that she had like a pretty face.
Oh
And
yeah.
the gym, I think I didn't realize how enjoyable it can be, like physically to go there and just be part of the culture and stuff can be very fun. So I was wondering on your side, what's things that have surprised you?
Um, there's many things that have surprised me, but if I can just say one from the gym would be probably less is more. So people have heard all these myths online. You need to go
Yes.
5 or 6 days a week. I used to go 6 times a week,
That's big,
and
man. That's big. Yeah.
my progress was even worse back then. So a lot of people are telling you online, you need to do all this volume, you need to do loads of sets, you need to do a lot. But unless you're on
Oh,
steroids
I'm
on
glad
gear,
I'm
then
glad you're mentioning this, man. This needs to be mentioned actually.
yeah, because unless you're on gear, then yes, of course, you should go 6 times a week. But you're only growing when you're recovering and when you're resting. So actually, it's better to go less. So I've got clients better results. I would actually recommend 2 to 3 times a week is the optimum amount. Like 3 times a week, full
You're
body
hearing it
training.
here, guys. Two to three times a week, and you're obviously a professional. You've been in it for years. You're a PT. You train like celebrity clients, so you know what you're talking about. You're saying 2 to 3 days a week is optimal for most people.
Yeah, for the average person who's busy, they don't want to be in the gym 6 times a week. And also, you're not going to recover properly. So for me, I just train now 3 times a week. So usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Ideally, have one day in between to rest. If you can do twice in a row maximum. But yeah, less is more. That's something I've realized. And you're only literally growing when you're recovering. That's it. So don't think too much about the gym. And actually, less sets is more. So 2 sets per body part per workout is enough.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
like a kind of myth that I've experienced.
Oh, you're the myth buster, man. And what about dating or just pick up, just meeting women in general? What's one myth that most people don't realize until they experience it, or they hear us speak about it now?
Uh, there's so many myths. I mean, there's so many things I've realized. One is like looks are overrated. A lot of guys get so they put people, as you said, women on a pedestal because of their looks. But the
Mhm.
problem is, guys use all these ratings like, oh, she's an 8, she's a 9. Like, I'm not saying I like to rank girls, but a lot of guys do that. and
Right.
then they end up behaving differently around one girl and another. So they will see a girl who's less attractive in their eyes, and their behavior suddenly changes. But you have to treat women the same. You can't just start behaving differently because she looks more attractive. And also the girls, uh, sometimes they have even worse personalities. So I would say, treat women all the same. Don't pedestalize one because she's better looking. Because a lot of guys start changing their behavior just
Yes.
based on her looks. And yeah, also sometimes, ask yourself, do you really want, sometimes the girls that are really good looking, you can't even handle them because they get hit on all the time by guys. So you might not even want that. So the thing that you're
Oh,
chasing, you might not even be able to handle it. So I told my client, he's like, oh, I want a 10, I want a 10. I'm like, but can you handle a 10?
mm.
Uh, no, I don't think I can. So sometimes the best girlfriends
Well,
are actually
that's yeah. 10,
it's
because 10,
personality.
10 is subjective, right? It's we have the objective model, like the equal, apparently beauty, according to one guy, Bashar, is equal features, but then you have something just slightly off. That's what collectively we find beautiful as men and women. There's like a little crack, but
Exactly.
everything is symmetrical apart from the crack. But that's kind of funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, like I said, guys, everything is symmetrical but the crack, but it's subjective, man. Like I've realized I've been attracted to some women which surprise me. Like, they didn't look like a freaking like a water beast or something. They didn't look like something
Yeah.
which, there's certain levels, but and maybe I look like a water beast to some women, I'm sure I do, but like certain women which just kind of surprised me and they were slightly out of like the collective norm. But I was like, man, like when I kind of follow my heart, but it's like, I'm really, really attracted to her. Like I was like, man, that's where it's at. That's where it's at, where you're the boss in determining, you know, what is right for you.
Because, because I feel like a lot of guys they go off what other people think. So they will say someone might judge someone and say, oh, she's like a 5 or 6, but it's like it doesn't matter what he thinks. What do you think? Because I've had it with clients or people before. I'm out with them and they're like, what do you think of her? Do you think she's hot? It's like it doesn't matter what I think. What do you think? It's like
Yes,
people are asking
that's very
permission,
important. Yeah.
and it's like as you said, it's all subjective. All this number rating, like yes, there can be universally attractive, uh, girls. But at the end of the day, stop caring what other people think. Just go for what you think is attractive because I feel like a lot of people are sort of like more, they basically care more what their mate thinks than what they think of the girl. So they're like
Yeah. Yeah.
a bit odd. And yeah, I feel like another thing is like personality is a lot more important than looks. Looks obviously are important, but if the personality is completely off,
Yeah, and let's
then
just say that to all the fellas and the ladies watching. Like, we're not saying turn up like a tramp. Make sure you brush your teeth, shower, have some standard respect because they're a stranger you're meeting for the first time to potentially date. So you want some basics in order. But I suppose what we're saying is it's not the most important thing because you might have like amazing hair, amazing teeth, amazing eyes, and money, but then if your personality sucks, like a woman's going to pick up on that, right?
exactly, yeah, vice versa with women as well. So yeah, as you said, basic hygiene, but if their personality is completely a turn off, then the external is just somehow, uh, you know, that kind of makes a lot of guys intimidated, but you don't know what he's like. So I would say when a guy approaches, a lot of guys are like, oh wow, oh my God, oh wow. And that energy when you go over to like a so-called 10, they can feel that like, oh my God, she's on a pedestal, like that desperate kind of energy. Whereas if you change it more to like a kind of curious mindset, like, okay, you look cute. Let me see what you're like. So you have to somehow change your mindset.
Yeah, no, I get that, man. Yeah, because sometimes, if you're honest, you can pick up on like a stinky soul, right? When some souls feel stinky, like you,
Yeah.
you physiologically, you'll feel your body get perked up for 2 minutes, but then your heart starts to tell you, no, man, it can be, listen, fellas, all the fellas out there, watch out, man. Make sure your heart is aligned. You must make sure your heart is aligned with the date. If you're not feeling it, man, she might try and rob your house or something because she's really beautiful. She can get away with it. Wouldn't you agree?
Exactly.
Wouldn't you agree, Benny?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if the vibes ain't right, yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's move on, man. Because I know you got your own Benny Confidence coaching channel. Tell me a little bit about that, mate.
Well, yes, just general. My channel has really been about general self-improvement, fitness videos, how guys can level up their habits. Because I feel like it's all to do with if you want to change your life, it's all to do with your habits, right? So for me,
Yes.
it's like getting in shape is the foundation of everything, of all self-improvement.
Okay.
And yeah, I used to post videos on sales. My channel was a bit all over the place, to be honest. So now
Yes.
I'm just keeping it on fitness and confidence. So just general tips guys can do to get in shape, improve your mindset, and yeah, some dating advice as well. So it's mainly self-improvement. I will start. I do have a sales channel, but I'm not posting on that at the moment. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
if you want to get in shape, bulk up. Um, and I just post my own training on there as well. So motivational videos,
Yeah. Yeah.
client transformations as well. So you can see my clients.
Oh, okay, man. Nice one, man. Yeah, I'll put the link for everyone so they can view Benny's channel, man. But yeah, man, confidence is a funny one, isn't it, Benny? It's the funny how we seem to not shine a light on working on ourselves and
I mean,
on
confidence.
the inner self a bit more.
I mean, I feel like confidence is like there's. I think I heard it that you have unconscious competence. What was it that? Consciously incompetent and you're unconsciously competent. So there's like different stages you have to go through just to build
Yes.
the confidence. If you're not, obviously, if you're not competent, you're not going to be confident. You know, you can fake it till you make it, but you actually have to put the work in. Um, so yeah, it is a process building building confidence. Sorry, my brain went a bit blank. I think it's the
Right, man. That's all right,
confidence.
man. What advice would you give to someone who's starting their own YouTube channel as well? Because obviously that takes a bit of confidence, doesn't it, to speak in front of the camera? That's a whole new machine.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a long process. I would say the biggest thing is consistency. Like you just have to upload and don't get bothered by the vanity metrics. That's something I've been guilty of. Is like if you post and you don't get views, you suddenly think, oh, oh, is something wrong? And it's like
Yes.
you don't. If you just focus on that, that's the wrong metric. Like because these videos on YouTube are evergreen, so they could blow up at any point. But if you private that video, it might not. You've just like ruined it from growing, basically. So
Yeah.
I'd say the main thing is consistency. Share your story. Like people will resonate with your story. And I feel like quantity is more important than quality. So you have to be very consistent.
Yes.
Which I haven't always been. I'm being more consistent now on TikTok, YouTube. And you have to stop caring what other people think. Because obviously, when you put yourself out there, you are going to inevitably get haters and people who are attacking you,
Right.
judging you, right?
Right.
Like
Trolls. Yeah.
online trolls, and this is a big fear of most people. That's why they don't want to put their self out there on the social media.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think that's the same with like dating in the gym, right? People are afraid they're going to get physically trolled.
physically trolled, you mean what in the gym or
Meaning,
something?
let's just say there's a woman at the bar, right? But there's men, just strangers drinking in the bar. Or at the gym sometimes, like the guy wants to work out on the squat rack can be quite daunting. And
Oh,
people can feel, right, that they might get trolled. And it's the same with the virtual space. So what I'm saying is there are trolls everywhere, but we can't worry about trolls. But I would say they're the weakest of the bunch, when it comes to trolls. Trolls are, especially the ones online, man. They they don't mean much. They don't mean much.
exactly. I mean, yeah, no, I agree. Like people are afraid of getting attacked or something. Um, and yeah, I would say trolls online are they're just judging themselves because people who are ahead of you are never gonna, criticize you, attack you. They're only gonna try and lift you up and push you forward.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
so like they might give you constructive feedback, have systems to deal with it because online you will get these kind of idiots. And yeah, sometimes it can affect you. I'm not going to lie, a little bit. But you have to somehow just not give a fuck, basically. Care less, basically.
Yeah, because it's their issue, right? It's always gonna be their issue. Um, and I
But
think
yeah,
someone,
like I think I heard a quote. Someone said if you spend, I can't remember the exact quote, but if you spend all your time dealing with barking dogs, you're not going to get to your destination. So there's always going to be a barking dog, basically, along the way.
yes, yes, yes. And you got to share, man. Like what you're doing over your channel is good, man. Because you've done some things which other men haven't done. You know, this for everyone listening out there, man. I've seen this man. This man goes dauntless, man. This man has courage when it comes physically to approaching things, clients, women. This man's very good, so definitely check out his channel, man. But I have to ask you, Benny, what's your routine, man? You mentioned routines are very important. So what's like a normal good day for Benny?
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, I think having a regular routine is really important for me. I need to get back on it. Recently, it's been a bit, because my schedule's changed recently, but my usual routine would be I started waking up very early now. So I would say getting up about 6 a.m. or 7 most days.
Yes.
And what I would do, my routine usually started the night before, so not in the morning. You want to
Okay.
try to plan your day the night before. So I'd usually just get a pen and paper, journal like a to-do list that the things, the activities that you need to do the next day. So having an evening routine is important. Then I would wake up 6 or 7. Now, what I do these days is I immediately go downstairs, have a massive shake because I've been trying to gain weight. So I'll put creatine,
Hmm.
uh, whey gainer, oats, um, smooth, fruit, some,
Yes.
superfoods, and I'll down that because that has 1,000 calories. So I'm trying to gain weight currently. I
Okay.
have like one coffee, then I'll train about 2 or 3 clients in a row. And then after that, I'll start doing my deep studying after I've done clients. So any online studying I need to do, courses, work. And then I used to do like affirmations as well in the evening, just listening on headphones or in the morning.
Nice.
Um, and I used to also have a vision board. So I think it's important to look at your vision board in the evening or in the morning as soon as you wake up. And usually I would train myself. So before I train my clients, I would get my own workout done. So I'd train Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah, usually my routine is just wake up every day, have a huge uh, smoothie because I can't be bothered to cook in the morning,
Yeah. Yeah.
and have like a coffee, then do all my clients early in the morning. I try to get clients done. I don't do any clients
Yeah.
in the evening anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's consistency, right? And I think as well, I think that's a sign of maturity, man, when you can do the regular thing, the same thing, but you always add a little bit of variation. But you keep the train going, but you kind of explore it to the max, But don't
exactly, and
try to
another thing
jump
I'll
rail. I
say
think that's something of getting older, right? Is you don't jump
exactly.
rail as quick.
Yeah, exactly. And also another thing is a big thing I'd say is with building confidence and getting results in the gym is it can seem very repetitive and it can actually seem boring, but it's doing the boring stuff every day. Like you don't see the compound interest of doing the gym. Maybe now you don't see the results, but in 1 year you're like, fucking hell, I've gone, my whole physique changed. So it's like being very
Yes.
patient. It's the same thing with content creation. You just have to somehow be very patient. As Johnny used to say, enjoy the process. Like you have to somehow learn to fall in love with the process, not get
Yes.
so addicted to the results because they will come if you just enjoy the boring stuff.
Yeah, I think that's cultivation, right? And cultivating things takes a tremendous amount of time sometimes, or just a relative amount of time. But I think then as well, when you do experience the process and enjoy the process, it's even if things don't turn quite out like you wanted to, you don't really care so much because you've gained so much.
Exactly. Like even if it doesn't work out straight away, it's like, well, at least you learn something by doing it anyway. It's better to try and fail than not try at all. So at least you're not failing anyway. You're just learning. So yeah, sometimes things can take a long time, longer than you expected. But I mean, what's the alternative? Most people, if they do mainstream education, they're going to spend 10 years, studying to be a GP. If you want to do that, fine. Or
Yeah.
doing a 9 to 5, you may as well take a path which is less mainstream if you want to do that and create your own reality.
Yeah, and that requires, I think, getting gutsy sometimes as well, isn't it? Like my brother, Tom Wade, he's definitely got that, and Johnny had that as well. I think sometimes you have to get fired up because I remember I would say you're more authentic now than I've ever known you before, which is good, man. You've been upgrading.
So,
I still need to become more authentic. I'm gonna have to rip this face off. I mean this mask, man. But I would say I was thinking of the idea of like fire, getting like angry. That's also like a thing, right? People will say, "Oh, don't get angry. You should be calm." But sometimes you need to be fired up, right, to create this change. You need to kind of be a bit pissed off with what you see around you and almost like demand more of yourself or demand more, and that requires getting pissed off.
yeah, yeah, 100%. I think it cuts off. I was saying, yeah, that's a very good point you made. Like having fire, as you said, having courage is a big trait. I would say that I've seen, especially, yeah, like Tom, Johnny having the balls. Like uh, we made a video a while ago, being hungry. It's something I don't think you can teach. Like someone has to have that inner hunger inside them to want to improve. I don't know if you can like teach that, but
Yeah,
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 having that fire inside you that you're going to prove the people who doubted you. I mean,
yeah.
it's not the best motivation, but it gets you going. Like
No,
you,
but here's the thing. But here's the thing, Benny, isn't it? Like just as we previously spoke about, it's you don't a little bit goes a long way. It's not like you have to be angry the whole day, but sometimes, in the morning you wake up and you feel frazzled, you feel confused. When you just take charge and get a bit pissed off just for 5 minutes or a couple minutes, and then you let it go. I think people sometimes they'll hear us speak about dating women or going to the gym or traveling or helping people having a YouTube channel and they believe it's like such a daunting task, but you can only do so much each day, right? And in fact, you can only do like a little bit, really. You can only really lay so much in the moment, like brick by brick. But I
exactly.
think it's you have to be a bit of a magician, a maestro, and sometimes to get there, you have to access a little bit of something which you don't usually access. And I think something like revenge or a bit of rage can be helpful.
That's no, that's true actually. Yeah, getting a bit angry really helps. Having that fire, that gives you a lot of drive. Like, yeah, revenge. Like, it's a good motivation that gets
It's
you
a good drive for
started.
many people, but I just think like a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. I was just gonna say, let me just text. I'm still on the call. I'm just gonna.
All right, mate. You see, we're live here, people. We are live. Well, Benny, we've got about 6 minutes left, man. So you've got to tell us, man, what's next for Benny, man? You're going to be growing the. Oh, you're muted, mate. You've been muted. You're muted. Can't hear you. I've got to help out Benny. We must help out friends and family, people. This is all happening. It's all live. Benny's lost the music. He's lost the muse. He's
Sorry,
confused.
sorry,
Oh, hello, mate.
sorry about that. So I had to answer the call,
That's all right,
which
man.
is annoying. Yeah, sorry, we were saying about courage and
Yeah. And then I was
having
just,
that fire.
yeah, having a fire, man. What's getting you fired up, man? What are you looking forward to 2026? What's Benny confidence coaching got
Yeah,
ready?
yeah, I would say like another big thing for me is actually sometimes eliminating getting rid of things that are like pulling your energy that aren't helping you move forward. So I had to eliminate
Yes.
a lot of things that aren't just sort of taking your time, but they're not really helping you with your goals.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to, but yeah, for me, it's
That's big, man. That's big. Maybe we can do another episode about that, man. Yeah, removing stuff is very natural, isn't it? You have to lean up sometimes, lean up your lifestyle.
yeah, because I feel the most important thing is energy, and like when you eliminate people or things that are not really helping with your goals, you free up a lot of energy. So it's so important. Like having this, you can do like obviously the gym gives you energy, but having uh, yeah, creative energy. So yeah, for me, it's still helping clients get better results. I've
Yes.
got my app. I've started getting online clientele, and yeah, I've gone fully private with my business. So just getting more client transformations and
And
getting
what
more
are you
online
teaching?
clients.
What are you teaching primarily in terms of the coaching? What's the coaching primarily teaching?
Most of my clients are like busy business owners. I do have a few female clients who are like skinny guys who want to bulk up. So, or I have clients who want to get leaner. So I usually do like 12-week transformations. But I've had clients, some of them for years. So
And
like
this is
usually,
operating, where's it operating?
well, I've got my own app, which, yeah, which I've got on the Google Play Store.
Okay, so you
Um,
hear that, people. Benny's virtual. You can get fitness training, right? And do you add a bit of confidence coaching in there, or is it mainly primarily for the
yeah,
body?
well, no, I mean, I've also, yeah, it is for the physique, like improving your, if you want to like have a transformation or improve your habits. And I will be adding people to the community. I'm doing like meetup events as well.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Awesome. So
so
here, hear it, people. Virtual Benny is available to get you in shape, but you also do physical clients if the money is right in the location.
yeah, yeah, I also do in-person coaching in London, so mainly in Shoreditch. So if they want, if
Okay,
you're in
London.
London, if you want to do in-person coaching, I am doing that at the moment. I won't be doing that like for a long time because I'm only doing a certain amount of clients, so I'm not going to keep
Yes.
doing that forever.
You see,
But
this is how exclusive my friend is. He's overworked. He's got too many clients. He can't take you on, but definitely check out Benny Confidence Coach in the YouTube and also check out, I think you're on Instagram as well, right?
Instagram, yeah, I've got a new Instagram. I've got a
Yes.
business Instagram, which is Benny Confidence. That's my Instagram.
Okay, I was gonna say because I've seen you do squats, I've seen you do weighted dips, and it is insane, man. There's a respect, because most people can't get to that tanky level, and it's really, really cool to see that you're so dialed in and passionate about it.
What did
So
you say? Get to
definitely, people check him out, and I will leave the
what
links in
level?
the description.
What level did he say there? Sorry, I didn't hear. He said, "What level did I get to?"
No, just a lot of respect, man. It's good to see. I'm gonna put your handles in because this guy here is crazy, man. You see the squats. I've seen the weighted. Actually, we trained together once. Benny helped me with the weighted pull-ups. I'll be honest, he's an OG, man. He's OG when it comes to fitness. He knows his stuff. He's very strong, and I look forward to seeing your app, man. I really want to know
Thanks.
more about the app.
Yeah, that's thanks, man. Yeah, no. Another thing, one of my goals is to compete in a powerlifting competition this year. So you know, obviously, if you're coaching other people, you have to practice what you preach, I believe. So, yeah, I have my own coach. I'm paying as well for powerlifting. So even though I'm very experienced, I still believe you have to constantly keep
We're all learning.
learning,
Yeah.
trying to improve. So yeah, I'll try to compete in a competition this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, another goal is just to
I'm sorry to
travel a
interrupt,
bit.
Benny, man. We got 1 minute, man.
Oh,
So
okay.
finish
Yeah.
the sentence. Finish the sentence.
Yeah, so traveling more this year, going more online and also starting to invest in other things like I feel like it's very important to invest in assets like stocks and property as well. Tom, it's something it's just
Yes.
hard to do.
Yes.
It's hard to do so many, sorry, it's
Shit,
hard
Benny,
to do.
man. It's gonna run out soon, man.
I
Oh,
said it's hard to do.
I'm gonna have to break in and leave it on this. We got 30 seconds.
Okay,
Benny's doing big things. He's great at fitness. He's bringing out an app. He's available in London if the price is right because he's an incredible trainer. I helped train him in boxing, but he helped train me in other areas of life. And this guy kicks ass when it comes to pick up, to approaching women, and just generally giving confidence to men. So thank you, Benny, man, for coming on.
thanks,
And
Scott.
any
Yeah,
last words? Any last words? You probably got about 10 seconds.
yeah, I'll say yeah. Check out Scott's channel. He's posting a lot of content as well, and the guys, yeah, the guys got some really good advice on
Oh,
how to level